Hey, Live All Good podcast listeners. Important day coming up. No, it's not my birthday, but it is a day where you get shot with arrows by Cupid. Stay tuned because we have a conversation about Valentine's Day coming up next. Hey folks, this is Lee Grigsby here, health and life coach and founder of Live All Good Coaching. I'll be on the air with Podcast Business News Network, talking about the various things around health and wellness and mental health. Also talking about how mindset is critical to achieving the goals that you set for yourself. You can reach me at liveallgood44@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, liveallgood.com, and fill out the contact form and reach me there. Once again, that's liveallgood.com. Go to the About section, fill out the contact form, or you can reach me at liveallgood44@gmail.com. Hey folks, welcome back from the break. This is another episode of Cruising with the Coaches, a conversation with Julie and Lee. I am one of your hosts, the humble Coach Lee Grigsby, and we are here with our superstar co-host.
Not a superstar.
Absolutely, Julie Cruz. How are you, Julie? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
No, I'm good. Well, I think we want to talk to our listeners. There's an important day coming up, and it's not the one in March. That's my birthday. That's not the important day we're talking about.
Not quite yet. Not
Not that one. But there is a Cupid special right around the corner.
Oh,
right?
yes. Cupid.
Yeah. So, folks, we just want to, maybe give you some tips on what's going on and how to kind of have a good day. And for those of you who might be looking for a special someone or a special date on that day, and if you haven't found it, don't worry about it. We got something for you too.
Okay.
So
Good.
You're like,
good to know.
Right. But folks, before we get into those things, I gotta brag on my co-host. I do.
Oh,
I do. Because Julie, you are amazing. You are a superstar.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Folks, just letting you know that she was on a couple podcasts. I know she was cheating on us, but it's cool. Like, it's okay because they're good podcasts as well. And she wasn't really cheating on us because we appreciate the plug as well, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
When she made her appearances. So real quick, Julie, can you just briefly talk about the two podcasts you were on? Because I did hear the one and it was amazing for sure.
Oh, thank you.
Yep,
so the initial podcast that I was on is Stars. So it's struggles, triumphs, and I'm going to forget the R. What was the R? But it's just females having the opportunity to talk about, the things that they've gone through career-wise and personally, and how you got to where you are, type of a thing. And I just had the opportunity to share some things that were personal, and I don't know, it was almost like therapy, to be perfectly honest with you. Because sometimes people get you to say things that you just don't actually think about, and so I went on and answered a few questions, and then that aired, and then I was having a good week with a second podcast that came through for leaders in Lorain County, which is with a pretty good friend of mine, Bob Markovich, who he's been working with his own coaching.
Mm-hmm.
It's high performance,
Mm-hmm.
and he does a fantastic job. And so he reached out, and it's something that he's been doing. I think I was his fourth interview for leaders in Lorain County. So that was really, really cool. And again, it was an opportunity to talk on some leadership and personal things, and was able to give a good shout out to my mom for her just everything that she's ever offered me in helping me to be the person who I am today. So
no doubt.
all good stuff. Good stuff.
We are totally proud of you. And like I said, you're amazing.
Thank you.
And as a side note, actually, I've now connected with Bob too.
Yay!
Yeah, so we're supposed to connect real soon, and who knows where that'll go. But
sweet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bob is awesome. Bob is awesome.
Absolutely. So see, folks, this is everyday stuff. When you're open to the possibility of whatever it is, that's when good things happen. When you have that limiting belief that, oh, the world's against you or something, whatever, but be open to the possibility. And again, awesome job, Julie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Totally. And I just want to say, I think it's coming from a space or place where just not taking myself so seriously, and it's just kind of like, hey, if I feel like whatever my story is going to help someone else out, or just to let someone know that they're not alone, then I've done my job. That was my purpose. That was my assignment. So.
And that's it. And that's like you're telling your story,
Yeah.
And everybody has one. So that like you were awesome. You were amazing. Great podcast. And we totally thank you for giving Cruizin with the Coaches a shout out as well. Loved it. So since we're talking about giving props and all this love that we're showering right now, right? We mentioned the Cupid Day coming up. So
yes.
I do want to share a story, but we're not going to get to that yet. Okay. I want to ask you, what are some ideas that you have for our listeners just to celebrate this day of love that's coming up? What suggestions might you have?
Well, before I make a suggestion, can I first say, okay, is Cupid an angel or is he a demon? Do we know where he is? Do we know the cherub's stance on things?
Well, I kind of think he might be a little bit of both, right? Because
I believe he can be known as both.
Yeah, brings about good connections, but then might get you to do something that you shouldn't do. So, might be a little bit of both. Of both.
Yeah.
Cupid is how they have the cartoons where they got the angel and the devil sitting on each shoulder, right?
Yes.
Well, I think Cupid sits on both shoulders. So qualifies as both.
So I will just speak, I guess, for myself. I think the day of Cupid is kind of like the day of Cupid.
I know. Right?
Is kind of more or less your way or your day to I'm gonna say, if you're single, let me do that disclaimer. If you're single, it is your day to be a little irrational and kind of throw yourself out there, and hope that you can have whatever it is that you're putting it out there, reciprocated.
So she's telling you folks, I'll put it in these words. She's telling you to shoot your shot. All right. Shoot your shot.
So yeah, I really do.
Here's what we want to say. If and I agree with you, right? If you're so let's talk about, you see memes about your gym crush all the time, right? So in all fairness, y'all both gotta be single. Okay.
I did throw that in there, didn't I?
You did. And I'm helping hammer it home.
Thank you.
Like in all fairness, folks, both of y'all gotta be available. And available means single, not available as in, oh, I'm free for the next hour. No, that's not what we're talking about. Yo, if you read in the room and the vibe is right, and they're good people, y'all got a good connection, you go ahead and shoot your shot. Say, hey, you know what? Why don't we go for a cup of coffee? Why don't we go for a drink? Why don't we go for? Do people still go to movies? I guess
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe if that's depending on how you feel, what's going on in your city, right? Or maybe y'all get a little gym workout in together, right? If it's your gym crush, right?
Right.
I mean, that won't hurt. That's something positive. So yeah,
Yes.
shoot your shot.
Yes.
But I have something for the single folks too, right? So for those single folks who don't want to shoot your shot, and you playing Ebenezer Scrooge on the Valentine's Day, on the day of Cupid, right? This is your time.
Did you just say Ebenezer Scrooge?
Yes, I did.
Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Because there might be some single folks who are like, screw Valentine's Day, right?
That's true.
I mean, like everybody ain't got to be happy about it, and that's cool. Like
exactly.
You could feel however you want. All I'm suggesting is if you feeling not so happy about Valentine's Day, I'm suggesting you can date yourself. Like, yes, this is the day. You don't wait for somebody else to treat you to dinner or to treat you to that spa, treat you to whatever, right? Like, this is the moment where you can splurge on yourself. Give yourself the best date ever. You know what I mean? Because what's going to happen is the energy that you're putting out from feeling good about treating yourself, that energy starts to go out and other people will feel it.
Definitely.
And then they're going to be like, oh, well, if you feeling that good and you by yourself, we might be able to feel good together. It's a thing, folks.
It is.
So
wait a minute though. Like, so what do we talk? Like, let's talk a minute about those folks who do have that confidence, are always confident, and what have you.
To shoot the shot. Okay.
Yeah. Like, so how does one shoot the shot for the person who's already confident? Like, okay, we're saying get the confidence. Okay. But if you've already got the confidence, how do you go after the person who is being the confident person?
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You how do you get the one? I think I'm getting your question.
Yeah.
I think you match their energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they're already confident and, like I said, the vibe is right, you got a good connection, you chit chat about certain things, and this, who knows where you're meeting this person, right? I know I said like gym crush, but could be your favorite grocery store clerk or something. I don't know, right? And then you go through their line every time, right? I mean,
right.
Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But if they are confident, then I think you just got to match that energy. I think you jump up to their level, and again, read the room, make sure you kind of understand both people are single, and you say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take you out on Friday. You cool with that? Cool. I'll pick you up at 8:00. Because someone's going to be like, oh, you're going to
you are? Okay.
Right.
Like, oh.
and either they're going to say, well, my boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife might not be happy about that.
Then, right.
Then you're like, okay, my bad. Wasn't sure. Or they'll be like, hey, I can't wait. What should I dress up as? Or not as, but
how should I
Like,
dress
how
for
should
the
I look?
occasion?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's a confident approach, right? You just say,
I think so too. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I think
or
I feel like I'm always seeing more people who, you know, like you see that guy or you see that girl and you're like, well, first of all, not because there's nothing wrong with being alone. So let me put that out there.
True.
And it doesn't mean that you have to be attached to somebody, but there's always that one person who you kind of see and you're like, man, like, how is that person not dating? Or how is that, you know, you like, but you don't mean it in a negative way. You're just kind of like,
they're great.
They're such a great catch. Like, why can't, like, what is, you know, whatever. And so it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's interesting how you could have two very confident people running in, you know, parallel and then they just never meet. And you're just like, what? Like,
what? You know what? I got a great idea. This is a great suggestion for those two confident people, right? Now, I think this is a national chain, but I don't know if it's just like East Coast or whatever. Dave and Buster's, right?
Oh, okay.
Dave and Buster's, the adult playground, right?
The adult arcade.
Exactly. Right. So if both of y'all are confident, right?
Yeah.
And then, hey, be like, you know what? Let's go to Dave and Buster's. Because here's the thing. Here's what we're telling you. It doesn't even have to be like super romantic. We're not talking about that.
No.
Like it could just be like having fun. You know what I mean?
Right.
Having fun, enjoying that space, that time with somebody who's
just having
also
a connection.
cool.
That's all.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now, if it goes to a second or a third date, that way you can stop swiping right or left, and you can talk. You can actually talk to this person. You know what I mean? You've created that human connection already.
Yep.
Dave and Buster's, folks. You heard it here first. Maybe they'll be a sponsor after hearing our podcast. You know
there you go. There you go. Nice.
So, Julie, why don't we take a break? And when we come back, what I want to talk about is some examples for the folks who are already together. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, folks, stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Cupid Day ideas.
Hey folks, this is Lee Grigsby here, health and life coach and founder of Live All Good Coaching. I'll be on the air with Podcast Business News Network, talking about the various things around health and wellness and mental health. Also talking about how mindset is critical to achieving the goals that you set for yourself. You can reach me at liveallgood44@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, liveallgood.com, and fill out the contact form and reach me there. Once again, that's liveallgood.com. Go to the About section, fill out the contact form, or you can reach me at liveallgood44@gmail.com.
Hey folks, welcome back from the break. Hopefully you're not just tuning in, and hopefully you heard the first segment. This is a conversation with Cruising with the Coaches, conversation with Julie and Lee. In the first segment, we were talking about this upcoming national holiday that's not my birthday. It happens to be Valentine's Day and Cupid, all that kind of stuff we're talking about. As a reminder, we want to say, if you are looking for that date, if you are, as we said in the first segment, shooting your shot, make sure that
the disclaimer,
right? If this was a video podcast, it'd have like the little crawl across the bottom of the screen. Disclaimer: read the small print. You know, folks, just be single. Okay.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
that's no fun. That's not
That's no
cool.
fun. No.
If you know, like we ain't talking about sneaky links and all that stuff. Nah, man. That's no. We
Right.
talking about grown-ups, mature people having fun, right?
Yes.
That's what
Yes.
we're talking about. Make
Yeah,
sure it's on the up and up. That's what we mean. Okay.
definitely.
So now we want to kind of dive into a few examples for people who are already together, right? For couples, whether it's married, not married, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, right?
Basically,
Your
it's not your first Valentine, is what you're trying to say.
correct. Or
Yes.
it might be your first, but you're a couple.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Might
Okay.
might be your first. Here,
Okay.
don't set the bar too high though.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I think it needs to be a little while.
Well,
But
hey, so I got something for we were talking in the break, right? So I got an idea for the broke folks, okay? Because I remember this was an example from college. Just around the corner. This was just a few years back. This I
like 2 years ago, at least,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Maybe 2
something
years.
like that.
Maybe 2
Right.
years.
And people like, yeah, whatever, Lee. Okay.
Yeah, right. Oh man.
Exactly. So, it's not about having a ton of money, obviously. It's not
Right.
about showering someone with gift after gift. It's about making something, or not making, but the quality time or something
Mhm.
significant that you put your effort into. Okay.
Mhm.
So this was, like I said, back in college, and funds are severely limited. At least they were for me. So person I was the girl I was dating at the time, Valentine's Day is rolling around, all this. And I was like, all right, you know what? I've never done like a candlelight dinner, right?
Ooh. Mhm.
So, I actually I was off campus, so I had an apartment. Um, Set it up to where I think I talked to her friend or whatever and had her like distracting her, that kind of thing, so I could get the place ready and all this. Again, folks, man, I did not have no money at all. Was broke. So went ahead and got like one of the a paper tablecloth, but it was all white, right?
Mhm.
Because it made the table look nicer. so that was cheap. It was a paper tablecloth. Um, I got one candle. It was not like candelabra or whatever. It got 12. It was one candle and one
Mhm.
candle holder, and I ordered. Are you sitting down? Because I just want to make sure you don't fall over when you laugh. But
Chinese.
I ordered her favorite pizza.
Oh, that's good. No, nothing wrong
So
with that.
ordered her favorite pizza. And so when like I said, her friend had distracted her, and I set it all up. So I had the pizza on the table and put the candle, like how they put the little dividers in the pizzas, right?
Yeah.
To keep well, I took that out and put the candle holder there in
Oh,
the middle
okay.
of the
Okay.
pizza, right?
Okay.
So, went and got her and then brought her over, and it was a candlelight dinner. That was pizza. That was it.
Okay. There you
It was
go.
relatively inexpensive. It was budget friendly for those of us who are working on a severely limited budget.
Mhm.
But the point of it was the effort, right?
Yes.
It
Yes.
was, and it wasn't even, like I said, the pizza was what she liked. I pretty much eat anything, so it doesn't matter. But but it was something that I know she'd ordered before, so it was the pizza she liked, and then just a nice uh candlelight pizza dinner,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
something simple. That
No.
and so think of what that person would like, right?
Oh, of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
And that's how you have uh make a worthwhile Valentine's Day, right? If
Right.
you know that, now this is getting on to the folks who have an abundance of disposable income, okay? But if you know that your significant other likes diamonds or something like that, like that's cool if you can afford that, You know what I mean?
Right.
Nothing
Right.
wrong with that. It's not
Right.
about you. So, that like you can go, even though can be expensive, think about something that they like. That's what
Yeah,
it's about.
because and sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it's just about giving them some peace and quiet. So like you were saying, no, like
Absolutely. Absolutely
if
is.
if it's usually the person is, okay, let's say they've got their day job keeps them, heaven
Mhm.
forbid, it's February and it's
Mm.
freezing.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
And maybe their job keeps them outdoors. So maybe the whole point is for when they get home from work, you
Mhm.
have a nice warm bath drawn, you've made some soup and
There
like
you
do
go.
all of the things that would just comfort that person in that moment that they get home.
Absolutely.
I
There
mean,
you
it'd be
go.
nice to do that for them every day in February and March and however long those cold months last.
Right,
But
right.
like maybe you just don't always have that opportunity to do so. So like
Mhm.
make it a point. I mean, right there, you talking what? Mr. Bubble?
I was gonna say, maybe $20. You know what I'm
Right?
saying?
Talking
Maybe.
about some soup, Mr. Bubble. You can do ramen if you need to, but I mean, like you
Absolutely.
can make it work. It's just
Absolutely.
showing that person that you're, having them in your thoughts.
Yeah, that you care,
Yes.
Well, I
yes.
got an idea too, like for those of you who knit, right? I know knitting has become a thing, especially over the pandemic, right? It helps people relax, it helps people kind of ease their minds. Well, you're talking about cold weather, you could knit somebody a beanie, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or a scully, whatever, beanie scullies, a wool cap to keep them warm.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes.
then, for the rest of winter, they get to have that special thing. You see?
Right.
Yeah, that's the stuff that it doesn't have to be all out. It's
Right.
just something that lets you know they care,
Exactly.
Yeah. Julie, and any other suggestions or tips that you may have for all of our Cupid celebrators coming up?
I mean, I'd have to say that I guess really paying attention and understanding what that person's actually going to appreciate.
Mhm.
Because I mean no disrespect when I say what I'm about to say. Not everybody likes flowers, okay? Not everybody likes chocolates. Not everybody,
Right.
and so it's
Right.
just kind of like make sure that
Right.
you are doing the appropriate thing for that
Right.
person.
Right.
Because I mean that's where the miscommunication will fall. Like this person doesn't know me at all. Like really? Really?
I mean, hey, folks, for our listeners, right? If y'all want to give me a Valentine, I'm telling y'all now, peanut butter and chocolate. It's in the form of a Reese cup. All right. Y'all can send it my way. I'll love you until you quit listening to us, whatever. Reese cup. But if it's like an almond joy, I'm gonna have to cancel your listenership because you don't know who I am.
Exactly. But at the same time, like there are, like you said, like the first Valentine, like the flowers and all that. That's great. It's
Right,
cute.
right.
But like the years it becomes 2, 3, 4, you got to start putting a little work. Don't forget to put a little work in there.
That's right. You got to put a little effort in, y'all.
Yes. But I'm telling you, the mixtape will still go far. Let me tell you. Get a little playlist. Get a little playlist. That'll cost you almost nothing.
Love it. I almost was like, yeah, you could burn I almost said burn the CD.
Burn. Did you say burn? Oh,
yes,
Lord.
I did. Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Well, hey, I just realized, you could just make a digital playlist.
Yes.
Yeah.
For nothing. I mean, even if it's throughout the day, just sending a song, like maybe your plan is every hour on the hour, just send a song. Like how cool is that?
That's a good one.
Yes. Every hour on the hour with a nice little message.
I might have to do that. Thanks for the
There you go. You're welcome.
Hey, right. Thanks for the heads up. Appreciate that.
No, because music does more. Music triggers memories, or just all kinds of different sensations that you're just kind of like,
or
like
it the lyrics actually
apply
say what you want to say instead of you trying to figure out how to say it.
Exactly. Yes,
man.
Telling you, music's where it's at.
I'm trying to tell y'all listen to all these other podcasts. Y'all gonna be listening to, oh man, what kind of gift giving? Come back to the Live All Good podcast. Listen to Cruising with the Coaches. We got you covered.
We got you. But yeah, music every hour on the hour. Something.
There it is.
Just anything. Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, we have had a blast on this Wednesday, and we hope everybody is really kind of just chilling out, thinking about the upcoming holiday, right? We know it's not a national holiday, but it's cool. It's a fun day. You know what? Make it yours. If you're together with somebody, your significant other, hopefully you've given you some good tips. If you choose to be alone, or if you are alone, don't let that, sour the day. You know what?
Yes.
Go ahead and do you. Shower yourself, with gifts and stuff.
It's okay to be your own Valentine.
Absolutely is. All right, y'all. Well, until the couple Wednesdays from now, this has been another episode of Cruising with the Coaches. You can find us on Amazon, Spotify, Google, Apple, a few other podcast platforms as well. We hope you find a Valentine, and until then, we'll talk to you again.